Wolverine 59 of Gamers X here. Okay, we got an announcement from James Gunn on how the DC universe is gonna be, and I'm like cautiously optimistic. I mean, I know how well he does things, but I'm still, maybe until I see what's happening, I'll I'll be okay with what happened with Henry, but who knows? And he talked about Henry Cavill, how everybody in the, like, basically the studio, how the studio just basically didn't treat him well, and yeah, like, seriously, you could, even after the Snyder cut, you could let him do something. You know, the the thing is, and this could be kind of an unpopular opinion. I know most people have been saying they should just reboot it right away and that was it. No. Here's here's the thing. The way that it should have been, right around 2019, maybe, we could have had maybe a couple of Superman movies and that was it. And look, while I understand that Henry Cavill's age wouldn't be right, wait, not right, what was it? Well, he's coming close to his 40s, and a lot of people are like, yeah, he's done. I get that part, but the thing is that we need it. I wouldn't mind if we went a little bit more of an older Superman, and the thing is, like, okay, we got an older Batman for BVS, and yet, yeah. So that's the thing. It should have been a couple more Superman movies, and then okay, reboot, then done. Plain and simple. I like James, but the way he kind of handled it wasn't exactly great. I mean, it should have been a couple of Superman movies, maybe Justice League 2 and 3, like we were gonna have, and then, okay, reboot, maybe. But okay, we got a Supergirl movie, a Superman movie. Oh, wait, no, or is the Supergirl one gonna be a TV show? I know, let me get my phone. I have what is kind of gonna be phase 1, but they're calling it chapter, and I like that. Okay, Booster Gold, and yeah, I wouldn't mind, cause yeah, why not? Swamp Thing, and look what happened with the TV show. I wasn't gonna finish it up, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna finish it. Paradise Lost, which I think that's a Wildstorm, and he talked about that they're bringing in the Wildstorm properties. The Authority. Okay, the Green Lantern thing's gonna be a TV show, and I really wanted a Green Lantern project. I'm so on the Green Lantern. Not all of it was bad, Okay? Not all of it was bad. Okay? You can type in the comments and Wolverine 59-1, is Wolverine 59-1 has a bad take on Green Lantern. Fine. Fine. I'm okay with that. Amanda Waller. Okay. Okay, Superman Legacy. Creature Commandos. The Brave and the Bold. And that's going to be Bruce and Damian Wayne. And that was a Grant Morrison comic. I've always wanted to read that comic, but I never found it. Never found it. I think that's where we find out that James Gordon's son is an antagonist. I would just say an antagonist. And that's the thing. When I read up on it, I'm like, why do that to Gordon? Come on. No. He shouldn't have to deal with... I mean, really having to have his son be an antagonist? No. It should have been different. Okay, yeah, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. I don't know if it's gonna be I forgot the actress who plays Supergirl right now for the Flash movie. I don't know if it's gonna be her or they're gonna go for another actress. I don't know. All I know is with the Flash, it's gonna be changing everything, like Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, where Barry goes back, and then we got new DC animation properties, which is there a price drop on that Jon Stewart Green Lantern movie that came out, that animated movie? I was gonna buy it, but I didn't have the money to buy it. I was gonna buy it. I'm like, yeah, sorry, I can't. I'm hoping there's a price drop so I could buy it. But that's the thing. Who's gonna be Damian Wayne? Who's gonna be Damian? Which isn't Nightwing gonna be in this? And that's the thing. Now I know we're not gonna have a Nightwing movie at all. And I was hoping for a Nightwing movie. Wait, I talked about that like years ago. Yeah, that there was gonna be a Nightwing movie, and it turns out it was never. I don't think it was ever gonna happen. I wish it did. I mean, man, I would loved it. What, Matt Reeves was gonna be the director, right? I mean, seriously, because the way I was seeing it going forward would have been this. We would have had Ben Affleck's Batman movie, and then Justice League 2, we would have had to deal with the Nightmare timeline. Nightwing will probably been like a prequel, like what happened before the Nightmare timeline. Then we will have had Justice League 3. We will have seen Nightwing, and he's like we will have seen like a torn up black and blue Nightwing suit. He has a scar on him, and then when they go back and prevent Darkseid from his victory, Nightwing is there. And as much as I would have liked, I don't, I mean, because I've been like back and forth on that, on Superman's and Lois's son being the new Batman. I would have probably had it better if Nightwing becomes the new Batman. Because in that Grant Morrison comic run I was talking about, oh, and in Batman Bad Blood, if you watch that, and I did, he becomes Batman for a bit until they find Bruce. Yeah. But are they gonna what's the tone of this? It could be a bit dark, or is it gonna come out a bit lighter, you know? Because the thing is, like, I don't mind, like, with Man of Steel, it was a bit dark, but, and this is where it's gonna be an unpopular opinion, I don't want where it's like so dark, where it's like you come out of it, like coming out of the movie is like, what did I just see? You know, I like some dark stories, but when it gets a bit too much for, when it gets too dark for my taste, it's like, I don't know. And I know there's been critics of people about the Marvel stuff where it's like, oh, it's too light, and you know, it's like, well, Moon Knight, you know, we had some dark elements coming out of that, and they treat it in a way without going way too much into it, but you still had the emotion, like when you see what Mark Spector, where we see basically his origin into how he became Moon Knight. It was dark, but not so much, but you still had the emotion, because I remember the next day I was out running errands, and I felt affected by it, like, wow. And when you see that emotion coming out of Mark, I felt like, seriously, that very next day I couldn't help but to be like, whoa. And then we got to the story. But yeah, but I always read any DC property, like, I'm reading The Injustice, Year 3, Volume 1, and when I look into it, yeah, the elements are dark, but you get the emotional point of why Superman is doing this. I mean, yeah, the game we find out why, but so you see where he's heading towards, and Batman trying to tell Superman what he's doing is wrong, and yet, you know, with Superman's like, well, you should stop Joker at all costs. Yeah. So, other than that, I'm just glad that he addressed Henry. And yeah, and my God, it this could be like one of those, like, if I had to say, okay, so like this, like the Laurel Land situation on Arrow, I wasn't, I mean, me and the Mack, we talked about it, but I still watched anyway because I wanted to follow the story. And when we still had the Oliver and Felicity story, I still watched. And yeah, I just found my head in shame. Like, we had that, and this could be one of those. But if it overall wows me, okay, I'm good. And that's where I'm gonna be at with this. Where it's like, I'm not happy that Henry's not gonna be Superman, but okay, that's fine. Well, no, like, I'm still in the mourning period. Let's just say that, where it's the 5 stages. I'm still at the depression part of it. I'm at that part. But if this is gonna help me to the point of where I could be at acceptance, okay, that's where I'm gonna be at with this. I'm still, like, heartbroken over it, So yeah, wow. I needed to do a video anyway. It's been 2 weeks. Sorry about that. So be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, click the notify bell, and yeah. I'm gonna, if I have nothing to do within the weekend, I have the, oh yeah, that's right, Vengeance Day is coming up. What did they put that after the Rumble? Why not put on the 11th? Plain simple, right? But I'm good. Try. Oh, because I do have a D&D. I'll have a D&D campaign with friends of mine, and the Mack. I'll try to schedule for an earlier time so that way I could do both. So yeah, this is me signing out.